guys, welcome to another episode of Streaming Safari here at the Lion Habitat Ranch. As usual, thank you for anybody who has been able to come out and see us or donate to us. And if you're interested in doing any of those things, just a reminder, we are open every week from Thursday to Monday for our summer hours that will be 10 to 2. Our last call is at 1, is that right? You can go on our website and pre-purchase a ticket, or if you just come in, you can purchase a ticket as long as you get here before 1 o'clock. And that'll give you a nice amount of time to come and see everything here at the ranch. And if you guys are out of state and are waiting to come and visit, you can always check us out on all of our social media pages. Should be a donate button below for you guys. You can also donate on our website, find us on Amazon wishlist. What else? Inspiring donations. I always forget what that one's called.
There's also Good Shop.
Good Shop, yeah. There's a couple new things that we have. So I think is our link tree available on Facebook or just on Instagram? It's on this post, and you can find it on Instagram too. It'll link you to everything, including our website, all those places you can help us out. We are completely a nonprofit here at the Lion Habitat Ranch. And of course, my favorite way to donate to us is, of course, to come and see us. And also check out all of Ozzy's artwork. Alrighty guys, so for Streaming Safari today, we are going to be talking about the little things in life. I like our title today. So, I've actually got us some really cool items that you probably don't have at home unless mom is a microbiologist. I got us some agar plates. And these are really, really easy to get. I actually just ordered these off of Amazon. There might even be like somewhere local to you that has them. They're not super expensive. I got a pack of 10 for $20. You don't need that many, but I feel like we should do a lot of good sampling. So let me tell you what these are. I'll take one out and I'll show you. So basically, what I have in here are these little Petri dishes. So the Petri dish is just the little plastic container part. It's got a lid part and then a base. And then you can see inside there's that little kind of yellowy looking substance. It's kind of jelly-like. And that's called agar. And basically what it is, the Petri dish has some sort of what we call a medium. And a medium is just some sort of kind of liquidy, jelly, kind of maybe even solid substance that helps microorganisms or cells to grow. And you can mix it with different stuff too. Like sometimes if you're working in a laboratory, you might make this agar stuff like a liquid, and then you might mix in something like an antibiotic to see how the antibiotic works on certain bacteria. Something really cool and easy that we can do with this is sample things in our environment and see what kind of bacteria we get. Because bacteria is on everything, and it's not actually all bad. Most of it's pretty good. And
Yogurt?
Yeah, yogurt's full of probiotics, so those are bacteria that are really good for you to ingest. And, you know, you might not feel too good about it, but there's actually bacteria all over you right now. And in your stomach, and in your mouth. And guess what? It helps us live. So, these guys are very important, and you can find them pretty much anywhere. And we can grow them big enough in these colonies that we're going to be able to see what different kinds of bacteria grow on stuff. So when we grow them, they might be different colors, they might be different shapes, they might be fuzzy and indicate that it's not a bacteria, it might actually be a fungus. Right? And so you can come up with all kinds of different things to sample, some cool things to sample that might be in your environment, some of my favorite things. Things that you'll do in like a microbiology class or something like that. Maybe even this will prepare you for classes in your future, is to sample things like doorknobs, because they might be yucky. Cell phones, because people forget to clean their cell phones, so you might have a lot of bacteria. You can sample your own arm, right? You could sample, if you can safely use a little Q-tip to like wipe your dog's nose, you can sample your dog's nose. And so, I'm actually going to go around and sample some of our animals and compile a video for you guys to show you, what we can grow, that might be living in our animals', mouths. It might be interesting. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So essentially what this medium, this agar is made out of is sugar. They're called polysaccharides. They're just basically stuff for the bacteria to eat. So when we put the bacteria in it and then we put this in a place that stays nice and warm, what's going to happen is the bacteria is going to be able to grow. And so you want somewhere that's going to stay around like 80 to maybe maybe 100 degrees max. The easiest way to grow the bacteria, I think, is to put your oven on a warm setting and just put them in the oven. And this only takes a couple days, and you want to take pictures of them every day. And we'll show you in a video how all of that works as well. But what I want to show you right now is how to set up the controls for these in a couple different ways that you can use them. So we've talked about in Streaming Safari before that we always want a control group. Do we remember what that means, Denise?
They can't hear us.
They can't hear. I know they can't hear you, but I can hear you. I can tell them what you said.
So you can actually test it and see if it does anything.
So you can test it and see if it does anything. You want to compare it to something where there's nothing on it, basically. Like if, for example, what if my Q-tips have something on them already? Right? And so when I'm growing bacteria, I think it came from Ozzy, our giraffe, but it didn't. It actually just came from the Q-tip because it wasn't sterile. So what I can do is I can take one of my agar plates, and on the bottom of it, I'm going to write control, and I'm going to write the date, which is the 20th, right? Cool. And then, if you want, you can use gloves. She's saying that I spelled control wrong. I did not. So, I have a bunch of different Q-tips that actually came with this too, which is awesome because these Q-tips are actually sterile. They're all sealed up. So if you get some of these, they shouldn't have anything on them. You're going to pull one of these Q-tips out. You can get it a little wet. I'm not going to wet this one because I want this to be like total control. It's got nothing on it except maybe what it just encountered in the air. So I'm going to open my agar plate. I'm going to take the plate and I'm going to roll this Q-tip on it and kind of wipe it back and forth. And I want to kind of roll it to make sure I get all the sides, and you can kind of even see maybe even little streaks in it that occur. Don't press down hard because you'll break the gel. So we don't want to break the gel. We just want to touch the surface, and you can even turn it and do it side to side and make sure you cover that. Now what you're going to want to do is make sure you close it. Don't seal it up, but you can put some little pieces of tape, which I'll do when we go in, to keep this together. You don't want to seal the whole thing though, because bacteria, just like us, a lot of it needs air and oxygen to be able to grow. Okay. So we'll set that aside. I want to show you one more method that you can use for this. So for example, let's say you want to do this with a bunch of friends, or you want to do this in a classroom. What you can also do with these little plates is you can, and if you notice I'm drawing on the bottom of it, I'm not drawing on the lid, because the lid's going to turn. And here's why I want to draw it on the bottom, because I'm going to actually make 4 corners. So I'm going to cut in half, and then in half again. And then what you can do is you can use each little quadrant for a different sample. So that is how to set up your agar plates. Again, they're super easy to find if you guys want to try out this experiment. And what we're going to do, I know this wasn't super, super exciting, but hopefully you learned a lot about how to set up these kinds of things. We're going to make a really cool video, hopefully for you guys, of going around and sampling our animals and then streaking the little plates with that and seeing what kind of bacteria grows. So get a hold of some agar plates, find some fun stuff in your house to test. Maybe your animals at home, again, your skin, your doorknobs, your phones, all kinds of fun stuff, and we'll grow some bacteria.
Are we ready for Swifty?
Yeah, and
we're ready for Swifty.
we can have a shot of Swifty here at the end of our Streaming Safari for the day. Thank you guys again so much for watching us. And please come out and visit. Again, we're open from Thursday to Monday from 10 to 2. And you can